more fuel. Mash it.
Okay, Ted, tell me how this works.
Well, this is your computer who controls the power to this motor. This is the alternator. This alternator here it runs your lights, charges this battery back, runs your radio, turn signals, anything that has to do with this car, this alternator does. This is your power steering, this is your power brakes, controls your power brakes, your power steering. This is your throttle. Different from on a regular car because this is all electronic. Instead of pulling a carburetor or fuel injector, you're pulling a power load which tells this computer what speed to turn this motor.
And this motor replaces the engine, right?
This replaces the V8
Can you
engine.
see the engine here, the motor?
Right. Can you see the engine?
I think so. Yeah, okay, so you've taken the engine out of this
Car, this Ford.
your motor, which is powered by your wheel, which is in the trunk
Trunk of the car.
Right.
This gives you 2-to-1 ratio, and this gives you 4-to-1 ratio, which gives you up to 7,000 RPMs into the transmission, which is no higher than a V8 engine will do. V8 engine will give you 7,000. In fact, you blow the transmission up and went any higher. Other than that, it's just a regular car. We just you got your power steering, your power brakes. All we took out was the motor, the radiator, the exhaust, the gas tank.
Now, if you went into production next week, how many per week do you think you can produce?
If I was going into production next week, out 20 and then go up to 250 a week within a short period of time. About 40 a day once we get rolling. It would really depend on how fast we got the suppliers in here. Most of the stuff we can just have roll shipped in here, but some of it we have to special order or make ourselves. If you like, I'd like to show you the power wheel.
So what I'd like to do is see the power wheel and have you explain
What it's doing.
How it produces all of that power from the magnetic field of the Earth. Okay, let's go there.
Okay, let's go.
Now this is your work area, Ted, and your car was here when we drove it off.
Right.
And this is your shop, and this is another wheel such as is installed in every car in the trunk, which produces the
electron.
Oh, it produces the power, right?
Right. This is the power wheel. That's what I call it.
Explain how it works.
Well, you have a group of you have a magnetic field here. You have permanent magnets, which are earth-grade magnets. You have some in here, and this is all special made unit to increase the electrons. And then the wheel is wrapped in this coil, just like you would any electric motor or whatever. What we've done is took a generator, cut it in half, put it on each side. Then the wheel has on it a fin, and then there is an energizer which goes here, which drives the fin, which creates a negative field, which moves the fin. We then draw the electrons off the wheel and run the car. You have also a piece here that goes on this knob here that turns as the wheel turns, that tells the computer how fast it should be turning and what it should be doing. So if you get more of a load and it starts to slow down, the computer will speed it up.
Now this one is housed in the trunk of the car. Do you have enough power to transfer to the motor, which is where the engine used to be? to go into the transmission? Do you have enough power?
You have more than enough power. You have 206 volts.
206 volts.
And the average amount of amps that it's carried on this is only 48 amps, and all it's carried on the car. So you got about 80, 90 amps.
More than enough.
More than enough.
And how often does one have to do any replacement? Now, there's no gas to buy. There's
No oil to buy.
There's only the battery. You showed me that how that
Energizes this.
Okay. So this is going to be replaced, or the battery is just thrown away at the end of its life.
Yeah, this like you go see a robot buy another.
If we replace that, then this is operational again, right?
Operationally, there's only one moving part.
So this is lifetime for the car.
From now on. They'll outlast the car. The unit you remember that one alternator I showed you that drove all the, well, that recharges the battery that drives this, so
That's a little line.
it has a continuous. And then when the battery goes out, get another one, which is every 3 or 4 years, or you just can't buy a cheap battery. You can't buy a $10 battery and expect it to last. You have to buy a $70, $80 battery, something that's heavy enough to hold up. But then it'll last you 3 or 4 years, and it's $20 a year, and all it's costing.
That's a good way to power this. Okay, let's go to production. Do you have anything else to say?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, that's nice.
That's it. Cut.
Remember, Dr. Pepper.
The battery box?
Yeah, I mean the whole power unit, that's what I'm gonna too low to the ground. change right about it now.
Yep. It's wet.
Never drops back down into gear. Notice that?
Mm-hmm.
When did it change into third?
Just then. Stay in it. Stay in it.
That's plenty. It'll probably go right on up.